But the moving average is going to start. We already have it here already. You can see it here already. You can see I already have the moving average. So I just click on the eye icon. So it's going to show me the moving
So,
average. Understand?
okay.
You understand how I did that?
Yes, yes, yes.
And now I've moved in my chart. You can see that we're looking at a downtrend. Why I went to this ADS, from the initial discussion we had before now, you were telling me how you did your analysis on ADS on 15 minutes. Understand? So I
Yes.
want to just show you um that it's still on a downtrend. Understand? But on the 15 minutes, it might be buying on the 15 minutes. So now the market's on a downtrend. That's the overall trend of the market, starting from as far as August. Since August, you can see the time there. Since when the major crossing happened here, this since August, July 27th. Let me pick up a tool here. At the tool, you pick up tools here. I want to draw a vertical line. Pick up a vertical line. Look at where you put it out here. This is where the crossing happened. Let me make it black so that it will be visible. Yeah, a little bit thicker as well. Since 27th of July, the market switched from uptrend to downtrend. You can see the clear crossing here. So since then, market has
Yes.
been eh?
I said yes.
Yes, since then market has been down, 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 down. So if you assume you got a price from here now, I want to measure how many pips. You know how to do that? I don't know. Let me just do that once for you. Look at the tool for measuring pips on trading view. This ruler here. Understand? Can you see that clearly?
Yes.
This is the ruler. Pick up the ruler. You click where you want to click. Let's say assume at this crossing, you enter at this crossing. Or no, this is a crossing here. This is a retest. So normally wait for retest. So let's say you enter from this point and you had your position from 31st of July up till now. You see that you're almost in 370 pips. That's what you are. You can see look at it here, look at how you read it. This minus 370 is showing you that minus because market is downtrend, right? If it's an uptrend to show
Yes.
you, huh?
I said yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
that's why I show you this. Okay, that's how you measure it. That's a tool there. Now that's what it has got over. So up to now it's still on the downtrend. Just at this point, let's pick another vertical line. The market tried to break out, which is here. It's on the 20th of September, which is about Thursday thereabouts. Broke out and it still comes back in. So it's still routine the downtrend. So what should we be looking for? Since majority of the market is on the downtrend, we're looking for um selling opportunities. So let's take out this line. Now, how I analyze the market using price action, you can see that there's nothing on this chart, just the moving average. Every other thing is hidden. Understand? It's just a plain chart. Now, how do you analyze market like this? It's a little bit difficult where you don't have indicators, where you don't have moving average crosses, where you don't have all those strategy stuff that you have a moving average or your trading view. What you should do is identify areas of value. Understand? There are areas of value, there are institutional levels, and there are what we call institutional levels are also called psychological levels. Then there are areas of value. Areas of value are like demand and supply areas that acts at also known as support and resistance. So now, from what I've taught in the last, I think I gave an assignment on you guys identifying support and resistance. Understand? So I would like you to open this chart on your screen. Is it open on your screen as well? Open it on your screen.
AUD.
Yes, ADUSD 4 hours.
I should go
Just
to my this thing.
yes, take off everything you want on the chart as I just did mine. Then you identify the support and resistance. Let me do that. Don't worry. Let me do that. Then I'll give you the one to do. Now, what qualifies for a support and what qualifies for a resistance? First of all, looking at the horizontal supports. First of all, because there are three types of supports. Understand? We'll
Mm-hmm.
have the, let me pick up these two here, types of support. There are types of types of support and resistance.
Much more.
So these types of support and resistance will have the number one, we'll have the horizontal, we'll have the vertical, no, we'll have the dynamic.
It's not even there.
Huh? There's dynamic,
No, don't. I'm hearing.
there's horizontal, and there's trend line. Okay. So these are the types of support who have support and resistance. I know support and resistance, support is for the below, resistance is for the upside. So we have the horizontal support and resistance. So let's look at that. We'll pick up a tool here. Simply pick up, you see a horizontal line here. Pick up the horizontal line. Look for this point. This is a point, this point number one. This is a horizontal support. Then if you don't want to always pick up this tool every time, like you picked one horizontal, you don't need to go back to this place to pick it out again. So you can just click on the line. You see these three dots here, click there, you see clone, just clone it, another line comes out immediately. So if you want as much as possible, you can always click on here and you clone again. So that's how it keeps coming out. So now it's out. Now let's arrange it properly. Let me take this line out. This is not part of the class. Let me just take this line out. Then this is another line. So move it to this point. This place now is what to call.
That place is the resistance.
Yeah, that's the resistance now. Okay, that place is now the resistance. This is the support. There's another
Mm-hmm.
resistance above. Let me just show you that again. This is another resistance here.
Yes.
So although it's been a while, that's around August thereabouts. It's been a while. So we'll move the resistance to the tip. Okay, this is the resistance now. Yeah. There are three things that makes me say that place is a resistance. First of all, it was a support that turned to resistance. Remember on a 4 hours chart, and 4 hours chart, it takes a lot for a candle to come out. Understand that. So now
Mm-hmm.
this point here, this point one, this is where the market was. The market was a support here at this point. Yeah, MPK tool here. This point here was point one.
Yeah.
This was a support that was broken. There's another point here as well. So you can just go to this place, clone, just make more of it. This is another point. It's another point again. So okay, this is another point. So these are three touches. So that makes that place a resistance. And here, same thing here. This is another point here. Point one, point two, point three, point four. This is point one, point two, point three. So we are okay with this support and resistance, right? Now, the
Yes.
best way to trade the market now is to trade um between these areas of of importance. These are all horizontal supports and resistance support, horizontal support, this is horizontal resistance. This was the horizontal support. This was a support at this area. You can see at this area to the support. Now is now a resistance here. Every previous support always turns to resistance, and some resistance turns to support. So the market, when the market changes direction, the support becomes resistance, resistance becomes support, depending on the direction of the market. Now we've gotten the horizontal ones. Now let's go to look at dynamic. What do you mean by dynamic support and resistance? Can you throw a little light what you understand by dynamic? Like an example of what you guys are as dynamic support and resistance.
I don't know.
Okay. Dynamic support and resistance now. What is of dynamic support and resistance? Example of dynamic, let me just write that out so that maybe after this recording, after this um, class, you can always look at it again. Dynamic support and resistance are, they are not horizontal lines, they are not trend lines, they are, they move in a direction, how do I call it, in a coily direction. Like examples include Bollinger Bands, Bollinger Bands. Um, we have the moving average that is on our screen already, and we also have another one. We have the what we call the kind of the ATR, average true range. These are some of the examples of dynamic supports and resistance. Okay, so these are examples of dynamic support and resistance. Now, in this case, we already have our simple moving average, is SMA, simple moving average, is acting as a sub, as a resistance now. Why do you think? Why do we say that? Why can we say it's acting as a resistance now? Why do we say that?
That
Because the
is the
market is
what?
the market is below it. This moving
Yeah.
average is acting as a dynamic resistance in this particular chart because the market is below it. You can see clearly at this point here. Let me highlight a point where it showed itself here. This is a point here now. You can see that at this breakout, it was support, it was holding here. When it broke out through this point, it came back for a retest, and the retest closed below. That showed that that area failed. Understand? That's what made this.
Yes.
That's what you can see. That's why you can see after the breakout, it came down. It's still going back to retest it again. You understand? That's how it works. So, if you are in a trade and the trade is approaching a a trend line, sorry, is what a moving average like this, is most likely to take out your trade because that moving average can stand in as as a support and resistance depending on the direction of the market. Understand? Okay. So that's it. So that's the dynamic support and resistance. Then I mostly like working with the moving average because it also gives me this clear direction of the market. Sometimes it acts as so. That's for the dynamic. Then for the trend line, the trend line now we know is a downtrend normally. So the trend line is just going to be confirming what we already know. Now we'll pick up a trend line. For a downtrend, you pick up a trend line, you draw from the lower highs. Understand that? You draw from
Yes.
the lower highs. You connect the lower highs for a downtrend. Then it's for a if for an uptrend, you connect the higher lows. That's the difference between drawing a trend line for a downtrend. Downtrend you connect the lower highs, while in an uptrend you connect the lower the higher lows. You understand? So we're connecting the lower highs in this case. At least two or three of them has to touch for the trend to be confirmed to be in that direction. So now let's look at, I picked out the tool already from here. This is a trend line tool. You can see trend line. Pick it up from here, starting from this point. So I'm looking at where I'm looking at where the market turned to a downtrend. So that's why I'm looking at why I see me picking up from that point. So now,
Yes, yes,
this is a good trend line. Why is it that a good trend line? You can see that at this point there's a touch here. There's another touch here, and there's another break up. There's a break of structure here. You can see, but the break of, that's why I said don't just follow up any break of structure immediately. Wait for a retest. You can see the break of structure here broke, but it came back for a retest, but it failed. It fell back inside again. You understand? But there's another breakout
yeah,
again here. You can see there's another breakout again. So let's hopefully that might hold. Understand? That might hold. This might hold. Understand? That's how it's been. This might. I'm just trying to look at the most recent side. I think this is the better point to pick up from. Yeah, it's not going to hold. It's going back inside. It's going back inside. You can see the red candle is closing inside of this trend line. So it's not going to hold. So it's going to go down. So that is how you draw this. Now you've gotten let me pick out the tool here. This tool here. Okay, this is one touch. Um, another touch is most likely to be here. Let's take down another touch here. Okay. This is also a touch. Understand? This is also a touch. Why I say that's a touch, it's closer to the zone. Remember, we don't draw this as a perfect line. It's not a perfect line. It's a zone drawing. Now we've gotten our this is our trend line, which is our diagonal support. This is our support, and this is our resistance support. This is horizontal. Then the dynamic is, which is our moving average. You can see that wherever these two support, two kind of resistance at touch each other, is always going to be very strong point in the market. Understand? If you watch where the moving average here, which is at this point, coincides with the trend line, you can see how massive the market moved downwards straight up. You understand that now? Hello?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, even at this
Yes, I
point
can
now,
hear you.
even at this point where this market is, the moving average seems to be colliding with the trend line. This market moves, this candle has closed right. If there's the next candle closes
Yes,
below the moving average, and why it's doing that is because the trend line is holding it, and the moving average is also confirming that. So with this move, the next candle is definitely going to come down and is heading towards this previous support, or it might hold here. There's a small support here. There's a small
yes,
support here. So there's a small support here around here. There is no support here. You can see that clearly. So it's going to be holding around this area, or it's going down to this point. So if you're going to be trading this market, you should be taking your partial profit around this area. Maybe you open two positions, take a partial profit around this area, move your stop loss to break even when you're closing your partial profit. So that, okay, excuse me, I'm on the call. Hello, sir. Call has ended though. Can you hear me? Are you here? Are you still there? Are you still there? Okay.
I think your network is on.
I had a call. That's what happened. Okay. So you should be taking your partial profit at that point. Then you take your stuff. You move your stop loss to break even. Understand? Okay. I don't know. I'm trying to connect someone is trying to make up. Okay, that's it for this. So these are the areas of values as we said. So sorry for the interruption. So if you're going to be trading AUD USD on a long term, you should be looking for short positions. Now that's it. Now to make sure that this trend is a strong trend, healthy trend, that the trend is not dying off anytime soon, that's what we normally use to check that. Because it's our ADX. Understand? ADX is what we normally use to do that. I've already added it here. When you go to your indicators, click on type ADS and you search for ADS. You can type ADS here, ADX, and you see African Directional Index. You can see it. Just pick it up. I've already picked that up already. So set it at 1414. You come here. Setting should be 1414, right? The right setting is 1414.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
right setting.
yeah.
Okay. Then you can see it here now. It's open. You can see. So how do we know if this trend is a strong trend? It should be above 20 at least. So I pick up a tool here, another horizontal line, and I pick up my horizontal line here. I look for 20. Yeah, it's 20, approximately 20. Welcome, sir. Hello, sir. Someone just joined us. Hello, sir. Engineer Simon. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic.
I can hear.
I say unmute your mic. I can hear you now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Jeff, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know why is Simon not hearing me. His mic is on mute, that's why.
Let's
Unmute,
mute it now.
unmute your mic, sir. Okay, let's continue now. Okay, Jeff, let's go back to the class. Let's see if we can continue. You can see the line already. It's showing us this 20.03. The market is currently below 22. So you can see that's what happened around this area. The momentum is not that strong again. Understand? The downtrend is not that strong. It doesn't mean that it will not go strong. Understand? It doesn't mean that it will not sell. But when it's not up, when it's not so strong, it's not always very a nice idea. You can see at this point now where the market was just above the 20. You can see how well the market sold for a long time. So if the trend is strong, which is the ADS, it moves a little bit faster. Okay, I'll be coming. Jeff, let me chat him up so that he will know that he has to unmute his mic. Yeah, coming.
Okay.
Let me chat him up. Let me chat him up.